It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Rhodes. And this one is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go draw here. Blue. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
12 more yards. That's another Cowboys
Here we go.
1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Rhodes. And this one too low.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Great. Set.
Here's Hurts to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Roman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. 73.
Now Hurts going to move him around. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and 1. On the outright, it's Lamb with the grab. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the draw, here's Blue. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Drops it to Blue, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here we go.
Here's second and 8. Out of his hands quickly to C.D. Lamb. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great.
Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. You look at this Cowboy defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, but he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7-7, our score after 1.
Great. Set.
Play action. Here's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Roman. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Noah Gray first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Ed sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Okay, ready? Go! Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gomez. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Blue. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They tried to get the edge there, no edge to be found.
Yeah, and when you're trying to set the edge, trying to control either the defensive end or the outside linebacker, if you don't, that allows the defense to string a play out all the way to the sideline. And what the sideline gives you as a defender? An extra guy. You go from playing with 11 to playing with 12, and it worked out well for the defense there.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there for Philly. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard
looking to put a drive together.
Ready?
The drive starts with a run by Blue. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CD Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways.
Saquon Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll swing this out to Blue. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
73.
Back to throw. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play. brings up 4th and 1.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 strikes, 19, 7 targets, 7 targets.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
18 Rattler.
First down.
Looking to throw. Rhodes. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Gets this into the hands of Blue. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught it up. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as they'll take this down to the 33. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball,
there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On third down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
19 Lions. Ready?
The final shot before break. Rhodes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fields. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 36, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Roman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
To the left side, he's got Royals. He's still on his feet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Gomez. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to 24. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
73.
Give to Barkley out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 42 yards. And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves, 18 Pioneer.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Able to hit his target man. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set. 19, 18, go.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. To the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Richardson's pass.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll try to right side here. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
180, 180.
Again, it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Fights loose. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. It'll be Hurts on the option. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards.
18, 5 in. Get it.
Throwing to start the drive. Rhodes. He finds his man complete. It's Fields. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing it into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Throw left side complete. That's Gomez. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fields. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he has another 1st down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
19, Gardner, 19, 70 Rangers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He takes it to the 15, a nice display of power, and it gives him a nice pickup. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
15-yard line.
Back to throw. Rhodes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
59. Cowboys 28.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 31. 177 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through. And they are going to score again. Yet another
touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Rhodes. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
Back to throw. Rhodes. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Rhodes. Got his man. And the ball comes loose. And the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. First down, here's White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Go! Cougar 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Donovan Ezaraku able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
19 Sergeant, 19 Sergeant.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
18 Rutledge.
Back to throw. Rhodes. Going right back to Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 2nd down and 6 now.
Go.
Looking to throw. Rhodes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Eagles, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife